Hello and welcome to another episode of CM Live. I'm Colion Noir. If you don't know who Julie Golob is, you're missing out. Check this.
Bye.
She's a world champion shooter. She's an Army veteran, and she's my guest. How's it going, Julie?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. So how's 2017 been treating you?
It's been good. It's starting out to be a really busy year, as it always is, and all that good stuff. But it's turned out pretty good so far.
Oh, good. Mine's been relatively decent for the most part. It's seemingly going pretty fast though.
Yeah.
We're already we're April now.
I know. Last time we talked, we were talking about getting ready for SHOT Show, and now
Yeah.
NRA is right around the corner,
Yep.
and it's crazy.
I mean, at this point, everything all the months just mashed together for me. I really don't know what month we are in at any given point.
Yeah. You go by events. That's how I plan my years. Like, oh, what's going on right
Pretty
now?
much. Yeah, no, it's the absolute truth. I do the same thing. So, so what have you been up to so far this year? Staying out of trouble, getting into trouble?
Back. Oh, yes, always both. I just got back from the first ever practical shooting optics only nationals, which is pretty exciting because up until this point, we as a sport have combined iron sight divisions with optic divisions, but now we have 3 divisions that feature optics. We have, of course, open, which anything goes, pistol caliber carbine, and carry optics.
Wait,
So
we're doing
that was a
pistol
lot of fun.
carbine carbines now?
Oh, yes.
Oh, wow. Have you actually shot
Your eyes
that?
just went boom. I have not
Yeah.
yet. I shot Carry Optics Division, but it is definitely growing, and it looks like a ton of fun.
Yeah, I could definitely say so. Now, is there like a barrel limit on the pistol carbine course, or is it?
So I'm not sure exactly what the rules are, but USPSA, the governing body, wanted to make it as open for as many people with pistol caliber carbines as possible. So they basically left it open, wide open. You can have lasers on there. You can have basically whatever you have at home, and then just go out and play with it. So it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, that sounds like a blast. Sounds like my right up my alley, to be honest.
Yeah, absolutely.
So recently you shared a post on social media about how you calm your nerves. Tell us about that.
Oh, yes. The nerve monster is definitely something that challenges us as shooters. And experience is a great teacher, and it's one of the things that I've come to rely on. But it all comes down to a few simple steps that sound really easy in the moment, but to actually put them into play comes into quite a challenging thing at the time. But I think one of the biggest challenges in the competition world is dealing with that nervous pressure, because we all know we can shoot at a certain skill level, but it's being able to put it on demand is the biggest challenge.
Yeah, that's always been actually a big hurdle for me, is dealing with the nerves component when I'm in a situation where it's a testing of a skill set. And, it sucks sometimes because it's like, I know what I'm capable of. Like, not like theoretically. So, like, I know what I'm capable of. I've done it many a times. But
Yes.
you add in the nerve component. Now, if you don't justifiably deal with those issues, you're not going to be capable of very much.
No, exactly. And you have to learn how to deal with the tension, accept it, make it good. You have to be in the moment, and you have to be thankful for the moment, because if you fight it, it's like an undertow. It's like useless. You're never gonna get over that hurdle and figure out how to do it. So it's definitely something we do.
Do you find that it is something that is activity specific? So for instance, like with me, if I'm about to give a speech in front of a massive group of people, I'm incredibly nervous, but I love it. Like it's actually more of a rush. Whereas other aspects or other things that I do where I may get nervous, I don't utilize that energy as efficiently the same way. Is it more wholesale for you, or is it very specific?
No, it's specific. It depends on
Yeah.
the event. Like if I'm running and gunning, I like that because I feel that adrenaline and it gives me that little bit of extra oomph that I need to
Yeah.
be very competitive. But something like NRATV Yankee Cup where you have a perfect score and it's staring at you in the face
Yeah.
and you're like, all those X's, you want them. That's the last time that you do not want your knees shaken when you're in the middle of that scenario. That's for sure.
So now is learning to deal with those nerves, is that a question that you get a lot from people?
Yes, I think that marks one of the things that marks top level shooters from shooters that are wanting to reach that level because they've learned how to deal with it. They've been able to maintain a certain level of proficiency under pressure that until you get there, it's like this amazing uphill battle and you're just constantly fighting it and fighting it until suddenly you have that aha moment. And
Yeah.
people they want the secret answer, the secret recipe to the aha moment, but it's really something you have to experience.
Which is very true. Do you think there's a way of training past the point of nervousness, like something becoming so automatic that you don't have to think about it, thus there's no element of nervousness, or do you think it's just kind of a myth, so to speak?
I don't know, but I wouldn't want it. Like that would be boring then, because
Yeah.
like you said, when you have that speech, it's like that natural high. It's all of the exciting things that we get to do, and if there's no nerves, if there's no tension, there's no excitement, there's really no desire, and so then why do it, right?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of agree with you a little bit because I think for
Right,
me the competitive nature is just like I don't care what it is, just get it away from me if it's going to hinder me succeeding at all.
right,
And so it's kind of one of those deals where it's like I could use the nerves. It does make you feel alive, while at the same time it's like I just want to win. I just want to win. Whatever it takes, I just want to win. So if that means no nerves at
right.
all and it's kind of boring, fine, let's win. But then you're right. But then it's like, but to what end though? So it does can seem a little boring after play if there isn't kind of that inherent inner challenge with yourself.
Yeah.
But I am the guy who buys video games, and the first thing I do is look for cheat codes. So I'm probably not the best person to ask.
But you're being competitive because you want to be fast, right? You
Yeah.
want to do it quickly. So see, there you go.
Yeah, no, but it's definitely something that over time that I know, at least for me, it never really goes. It doesn't go away. I don't even think the level of intensity of nervousness it goes down. I mean, I'm speaking for myself, but do you notice that to be the case with you in terms of the nervousness you felt from the very first time you shot a competition to the nervousness that you feel now when you shoot a competition? In terms of magnitude, are they on the same level?
No, they are. I would say that they're definitely less now. I think the difference is, like, if I'm going to major competition or nationals, I'll get those first stage jitters, and I'll feel it, or maybe last stage jitters because it's the end. But the middle is really smooth sailing, whereas the beginning, it was virtually a train wreck the entire time. Every time the buzzer went, I would be so juiced that it would be really tough. But now, experience is a great teacher, so you feel that tension at the beginning, and then at the end, and then the middle, it's a little bit of a smooth sailing, or at least you hope, anyway.
Absolutely. So, what other advice do you typically give people when they ask, or actually, what other things do people typically ask you from an advice standpoint?
In the competitive world, they usually want to know how much work it takes to get to be where you are. There's that usual like, well, how much time do you actually put into this?
Yeah.
Thinking that it's a pretty simple thing, but it's just like anything else. I mean, name any sport out there. You have to put the time in. You have to put the basic fundamental skills in. A lot of people want to jump beyond the fundamentals and just go for the advanced stuff. And even to this day, I'm practicing the basics all the time.
I mean, the advanced stuff is what's fun. Fundamentals are boring.
Well, they can be. Yes, but you got to do your homework, right?
Yeah, very much so. No, you're right. I mean, it's definitely something that, it's easy to sidestep the fundamentals because we live in a day and age where we see the high speed, low drag, super fast action stuff and think, oh, that's awesome. I want to go out and I want to do that. And it's easy to overlook the basis or the foundation that the people who are actually doing these things are standing on.
Right,
Especially as far
right.
as the fundamental skills and things of that nature. So if you had to point out a weakness in the fundamentals of shooting, what is that one weakness, a fundamental, like whether it be sight alignment, just something very basic, but you still struggle with to this day?
Every now and again, I will give up on a shot before I'm finished with it. So I'll be wanting to move on to my next position, or I'll want to finish the stage before I'm completely done and respecting a certain target. Mm-hmm. And I've learned along the way to, compensate and come back for another one, make it up kind of thing. But I have to still, to this day, have that visual patience and say, nope, not yet. Okay, now you can go on, because gotcha. I've always wanted to go to the next step.
Yep, no, I understand it. Well, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to talk with Julie about a little pushback she got on social media.